Tuesday. I'm Lillian Savoy, and I'm here to give you some tips on teenagery. Yes, would mean you're teenagers. So I'm in the thick of raising some teenagers. I should say we are in the thick of raising some teenagers. So I want to teach you how to do it intuitively and some tips that I can provide that would hopefully help you along the way because this shit ain't easy. So I want to help you by first in my book showing you chapter 22, asking tough questions. All right. So most of us don't want to ask tough questions to begin with about ourselves, about other people, and especially about our children, but we still need to ask tough questions. So it begins with you, always going into your center, always going into your heart chakra with a breath. Inhale. Exhale. And always start with asking, getting used to asking yourself a tough question, like some that you don't want to hear, like, why don't you want to give up pizza? Why don't you want to give up drinking? Why don't you want to go to the gym? And asking yourself some of those questions that really dig down deep to the core and yourself to really open up awareness and bring some attention to what you're avoiding. If you start to do this with yourself, then it becomes much easier with other people, especially teenagers, because they're super sneaky. So, as an intuitive parent, you want to stay 5 steps ahead of them for your safety, their safety, and everybody involved. So if you're 5 steps behind because you don't know your own awareness, you are going to struggle raising teenagers. So I want to get you prepared to get you 5 steps ahead of them and not living in the future 5 steps ahead. I'm talking about awareness and natural intuition that you know something is going on, and so we need to bring in the courage from the solar plexus up to the heart, connected out of love and not fear, and then out of the throat chakra to ask that tough question, whatever that tough question may be. So, my daughter and I have this awesome relationship, but it's definitely been through its own ups and downs, which hopefully I'll have her on here one day so we can have our Teenager Tuesday and she can tell you about some of the stuff we go through from her point of view and not just mine. But as parents, what I see just in general is that avoidance seems to be a common theme because if you avoid, then you don't have to deal with it. Well, but I learned opposite. I learned by throwing myself in and then making lots of mistakes and then kind of having to um, do things after to fix or repair. So everybody has a different way of learning. I don't like to avoid. I don't like any passive aggressiveness. I don't like the silent treatment. I don't like to just guess what's in their phone or guess what's in someone's phone. I've never been good with that silent, avoidance treatment. I have to go on in and dig in, which is why I want to tell you that asking tough questions is completely liberating. If you ask the tough questions instead of getting pissed or instead of avoiding, you'll be amazed at what answers actually come out from them. Go right to, what age is your teenager? So what are they doing in that age? What's the normal, so to speak, the average? What are the ones that are developing faster doing and what are the ones that are developing slower doing, right? And so then you can kind of see where your teenager is. Then you can say, all right, well, where am I? Okay. Am I talking about, if my child's here, am I talking about, video games, time on the phone? Are they watching, things with parental controls or not? If they're in the middle and they're normal, are they showing me their signs of stress for grades or friends or drama or health issues that they're having? Or if they're developing quicker, do I need to be looking for cigarettes and pot and drugs and all that other stuff? Do I need to be asking questions about talking about premarital, I mean, unprotected sex, like all that kind of stuff. Do I need to be talking about that? So I want you to take like an inventory of where you think your teenager is and then where you are. What are you talking about? Are you still 2 years ago thinking that your child's a baby? Are you still, and are you forward thinking, worried about their college when we need to come back and look at, freshman and sophomore year? So you as a parent come in, breath, relax. I want you just to take those fears out. We all have them. Okay. So just take the fears and whatever they may be, fear of failure, fear of pregnancy, fear of alcohol poisoning, fear of not getting into college, fear of, driving and wrecks. I want you just to take those fears and just move them out with a breath. Okay. Just move them out and just let them go. If you're not attached to the fears, then you can actually listen for the answers of your tough questions. So I had to really get comfortable asking tough questions. So how I do it is I do it in the car. I'm the limo bus driver right now. I'm driving everywhere, even if it's 5 minutes here, 4 minutes there, 3 minutes there, 20 minutes there. I take my opportunity in the car to ask the tough questions, whether I want to hear it or not. It's not about me at that point. It is about me following my intuition to ask the right questions so that we keep everybody safe that is involved, and we educate so that they can make their own decisions and become their own person. And that is what we can do, is because when they are teenagers, they're pulled in 50 directions like we are as adults. So as adults, we have to learn how to come back, get centered, grounded, breath in, out. And we want to teach the same for them. Okay. We want to teach them that every decision they make has a reaction and also or a consequence. So we want to make sure that we are asking the tough questions for them to create awareness so they can be the best version of themselves as a teenager, which is pretty tough, right? But as a human being. And that way we all begin to live happily. Yay. Don't forget to breathe. Notice how that's part of asking tough questions, is breathing all the time. All right, chapter 22, page 221 of Fill Your Soul will give you some ideas for your teenager. All right. Have a great day. Bye.